I'm here to share my experiences of my life which keeps me happy, which I call the 10 commandments of happiness. And as you guys can feel the difference already, my first commandment of happiness is to be full power 24 hour. What do I mean by full power 24 hour? Full power 24 hour means to be the best version of yourself all day, everywhere. It doesn't matter that you're with your parents, you're with your friends, you're with your work colleagues, or you are just with strangers on the train or on the road or anywhere. We all have different phases of ourselves, right? We act differently, we behave differently with different people. Especially with the people we know, we sometimes are not the bestest version of ourselves. But that doesn't matter. If you believe that you want to make sure that your day is full power, that you want to be the best version of yourself with everybody, you have to put conscious efforts into it. Nothing comes free of cost, right? A little try it. If that works, take the route. If that's your goal, if your goal is to be the best version of yourself, to be full power 24 hour, what you need to do is, you need a path to follow it. For me, my path has been love, peace and dance. मेरी दादी कहती थी, I'm going to take a quick Hindi quote. अगर दिल में हो प्यार, अगर दिल में हो, yes, और दिमाग में शांति, अगर दिल में हो प्यार और दिमाग में शांति, तो सारी कायनात हमारी. Well, trust me, this is not taken from Om Shanti Om. Nah. Basically, if you have a loving heart and a peaceful mind and a chirpy body, you know, something that, you know, physically also, what happens is we come across to people not just in a physical appearance, also, you know, there are people who can look into you, can feel your vibe, can take all of that. So it's important that the entire, you know, body, the mind and the soul is in a good vibe, is in a positive spirit. If you're going to be jealous, if you're going to be angry, if you're going to have all those negative thoughts, negative attributes, you won't be able to be the best version of yourself. So for me, what has worked is love, peace, and a little bit of dance sometimes. Yeah, thoda, you know, na 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 na. You know, no inhibitions. I feel the first thing to crack is social inhibitions. What happens is, you know, you see people around you, you're like, oh, what is he going to think about what I do? What is she going to feel if I say this? Come on, break those social barriers. You know, because you've decided to be full power 24 hour, you've decided to have a loving heart and peaceful mind, don't be afraid of being judged. Don't be afraid. Stand up for yourself and do what you think is the best for yourself. Take the route of love, peace and dance and see for yourself if there is a difference. Well, now that you have a goal in your mind and you've decided to take a path, a journey, there are certain things that you need to have, certain qualities to be able to have a loving heart, a peaceful mind and a chirpy body. What is that? Passion and patience. The two important P's of my life. You know, it doesn't matter what you've done in the past. No matter whatever you plan to do tomorrow, if you're not passionate right now, I feel everything is meaningless. When I say passionate, it's not just passion for your work. We all have a personal life, we have a professional life. What is important is to be the maximum version of yourself. But how do you do that? You know, a couple of years back, I was singing with my band at an international music festival. I jumped off the stage, I had an instant dislocation on my knee, and I continued to perform because, you know, 5,000–6,000 people out there, so much of energy, adrenaline, pain, you know, I couldn't feel the pain, I just continued to perform. We played for half an hour more, and then I realized that, you know, there's something serious with my leg because my leg had swollen up as much as a leg of an elephant. Later, we diagnosed it. It was a ligament tear. I had to undergo a surgery. We spent lakh of rupees to recover. A couple of months gone by. But the problem was me being a hyperactive guy. I'm sure you already look at me, you know, I'm already sweating, which is fine. That's okay. Me being a hyperactive guy, it was very difficult for me to lie down on the bed and just do nothing. It was just getting onto my head. I would speak to, you know, the universal forces, God, whatever name you call it. I would have an intense conversation saying that, why me? What did I do wrong? I was just trying to entertain people. I was just trying to be giving a good time to people. I was crying, I was dejected. I was telling this to my mom, Mom, I don't understand why this is happening to me because just before that I had broken 2 ribs. I had a couple of other injuries that was happening because of the kind of vibe that I would have on stage, jump it off and so on and so forth. You know what my mother said? Don't ask God for easy times. ask God for the strength to battle out your hard times. And I was like, wow, it sounds nice, Mom. It sounds great. It's very, pumping up. But it doesn't help me. Mom said, you've just heard it. You just heard what I said. But are you trying to listen to it? Are you trying to understand what I'm saying? It took me a while, and I realized that patience is an important virtue. What makes great man is patience. Because you could be passionate as hell. You could be hardworking, you could be dedicated, you could give your whole and soul into it, but sometimes, it doesn't work out the way we want it. But that doesn't mean you're giving up on it. You're just being patient. You're just being patient. I would also like to share this tale that my grandfather once said. He was a great farmer, coming from a very hardcore, from the Malabar region of Kerala. He and his wife, my grandmom, had to do a lot to just sustain themselves. They eventually worked so hard that they had acres of land, so much of greenery, so much of all of that. And I would ask my granddad, I had this session, he's no more, he's passed away, I hope he's hearing this. He told me, Clince, what makes a great farmer is his great tools. And I was too young to understand what he was trying to say. What makes a great farmer? Great tools. Okay, so you have good buffalo, you have all those, things that you require, you become a farmer. That's not what he meant. What he was trying to say was, things might look difficult to you. The path that you have decided to take is not easy. But you need to dream the impossible. You need to believe in yourself. You need to take that step and say that, hey, listen, the first step is to define what is possible for me and what sounds impossible or what looks impossible for me. Once you have decided the difference between what is possible and impossible, the next step is to be an optimist, to have rational plans, to be optimist in the execution, and work towards making the impossible the possible. Because what happens is there is a sense of achievement in it. When you do something that you felt that, yaar, this was not my cup of tea, or somebody else told you, Abhe, tere se to nahi hone wala hai ye. You are definitely not going to do this. If somebody ever said that to you and you have worked towards proving that person wrong, fair enough. That doesn't matter. As long as you worked hard, as long as your dream, you dreamt the impossible and you worked towards it with a rational, optimistic approach, it definitely should have worked in favor for you. If not, it's okay. Patience is a great virtue. Don't give up. Don't give up. There is another way. There is always a plan B that you can work through, which you could, achieve what you had dreamt for yourself. I really believe in this. My job helps me travel a lot, and I'm glad that we had amazing travelers who came and shared their story on stage with us. And I really feel it's great, it is amazing. Who wouldn't like to travel? Anybody who doesn't like to travel out here? Doesn't like to travel? Ma'am out there? She was like, no, I'm there. Everybody loves to travel. There is a saying which says that if traveling was free of cost, you would never see me. How many of you guys agree to that? Yeah? Yes. Well, it looks cool when you look at Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and other social media platforms. You see your friends, clicking selfies at this amazing monument or, eating some amazing cuisines from across the world. So everybody, at some point in time envies, yeah, I wish it was me who could travel. It was me who could experience that culture, meet new people, learn newer perspectives, eat funky cuisines. But, there is much more to traveling than that. What I learned from my travels is, other than just exploring the world and the culture and the cuisine and the people and the newer perspectives, my travels helped me explore a world within myself. I realized that there is much more to me than what I thought of myself. Because now I was all of a sudden in a different place, different people. People didn't know my background, what I was doing, how I was. So it was all a fresh chapter. So there was an opportunity for me to develop myself, to evolve myself into a better being altogether, into a maximized version of myself. I used all that opportunities. And I realized that yes, the need for travel is not just to explore the world, but to explore a world within yourself. My travels help me explore a world within myself. I don't know how it's going to work for you guys, but if you guys are going to give it a shot, if you guys give it a shot to travel, other than just trying to click selfies and pictures and all of that is great, which is fine. I keep doing that as well. But give yourself that opportunity to learn more about yourself. How are you going to learn more about yourself? You know, until school days, a little bit of college days, there is character formation, morality that's kept told to you. You're being judged on being good or bad, and that just stays there. Then the rest of the life is all about working hard and just being judged at, are you good at doing this or not? But are you giving some time for yourself? I don't know. Yes, no. Find the answer. If you feel the need for travel, don't hesitate. Yeah. Zindagi ek hi hai. There is only one life. You know, I understand everybody has their own backstory, but give yourself that opportunity. As this friend of mine said, you don't have to go far across places to explore the world. You can just be like going kilometers away from here and see a new world. And through those, you know, through those experiences, you try to see a new yourself, a different version of yourself. Well, you know, traveling is great. You get to explore the world, you get to explore a lot about yourself. But for me, what I have realized is the best way of traveling is by connecting with people and adding value in people's lives. With my travels, I've learned that there is much more difficulties in the world than what I was just exposed to when I was at home and sitting at the comfort of my dad's house. And that has helped me become much more a better person. I was able to connect with people. See, there's a difference between knowledge and understanding. The difference is you can know that your dad is sick or your friend is sick. But the difference between knowledge and understanding is to understand that he or she is sick and he or she needs your support, your hug, your time is different. So knowledge and understanding is different, and hence use that understanding to add value in people's lives. You know? But the point is, how are you going to add value in people's lives? By engaging with them, by connecting with them, by knowing their stories, and also using that as an opportunity to inspire them. See, what happens is, I'd like to tell another quick story. 2010 or 2011, I'd got an international scholarship to research about Tibetan culture and Buddhism by His Holiness the Dalai Lama's foundation. So it was an opportunity to stay for a month in a monastery with the monks and learn about Tibetan culture, Buddhism, and so on and so forth. The final day, the climax of this entire scholarship was you get to meet His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Anybody in the room who has had the opportunity to meet His Holiness the Dalai Lama? Yes, you have. You know what kind of an energy he has. He has this smiling face. And when I'd gone for that scholarship, the very motive of that scholarship was to just make sure that, you know, I get a 1 month free accommodation, food and beverage, and party in the Himalayas. That was the idea when I went there. But the biggest take back from there was this. We had this entire session where His Holiness the Dalai Lama said, what is it that makes you feel good? Anybody from the audience who would like to answer? Quick, what makes you feel good? Quick, come on. Just, you know, no hands up, just say that. Just stand up, say that, sit down, say that. Yeah? Motivating others gives you, you know, joy. Anybody else who wants to answer? It can be anything. Laughter makes you feel good. Amazing. Smile. Food. That's great. Louder. Traveling gives you, music gives you. The list is endless. Everybody has, you know, things that define their joy, their happiness. But all of this requires another person. If you just try to say, for you to be a musician, to play that guitar, there was another person who made that guitar for you, right? That string was being made. So we are all social beings. We are all social animals. What His Holiness the Dalai Lama had to say was this. The biggest feeling of joy is the feeling of empowerment. Is the feeling that, yes, you are able to add value in people's lives, that you are an important and integral part of people's lives. You know, that feeling, that in itself is very enriching. When you're traveling, when you meet people, and the goal is to be the best version of yourself, how are you going to be the best version of yourself if you're just going to be, you know, on the other side of the window and just looking at the world? You have to step out. You have to go and take that effort of keeping a smile on your face and saying hi to them. You know, smile has wonderful magical powers. Just keep that smile on the face, go to the people, look into the eye and say hi. It begins there. The rest of it is history, as they say. Engage with people. People of different kinds, not the people that you always meet, not the people from your workspace or your home or your building. Meet newer people, engage with them, use that as an opportunity to inspire them. You know, one of the biggest things in life I really feel that we all as human beings lack in this 21st century is the fact that we don't really celebrate our achievements. What we do is, oh, you know, हो गया, one thing is achieved, bang on, that's डब्बे में बंद करके रख दिया, we move on to the next one. We want to achieve more, we want to achieve more, we want to achieve more, which is great. You know, the need to be the best is great, to achieve more is great, looking for excellence is great, but all of that is still meaningless if you don't celebrate whatever you have achieved. Achievements doesn't have to be huge achievements. It can be the smallest of the achievements. You made 2-minute Maggi noodles the perfect way that you're enjoying it. Celebrate it. You know, just make sure that when you're eating it, you just like, wow, kya masaledar hai. You know, anything. It can be whatever you cook, to whatever you've done, to be able to run on a treadmill for 20 minutes. Yeah. So, I'm going to quickly go on because we are running short of time. Here's the deal. All of it said and done. Sometimes things don't work according to whatever we've decided, whatever we've planned in life. In spite of being the best version of ourselves. Chhod do yaar. Just let go. Just let go. Just letting go doesn't mean you're being a loser. You're giving up. Letting go doesn't mean that. Letting go means that you have the ability to not be gauged or to be handled by something that is not good for you. Letting go means you are passionate, you are hardworking, but you have the ability to just give it up. Does that work with you? Have you guys tried that ever? Yeah? Have you guys ever thought of something, tried a lot, but not be able to do it, and then you had to let go, and then the chapter was over? Fair enough. Because something is better than nothing. Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes. And with that, I would like to finish my last commandment of happiness with a quote saying, a Sanskrit quote which says, Mata Pita Guru Devam, which means the mother gives birth to the child, the mother points out the child to the father, the mother and the father nurture the child together and make sure, give him opportunities, him or her, to go to a school, to a teacher from whom he or she can learn about the world, about the God. And I would like to use this opportunity today to thank everybody who's been in my journey. When I say my friends, my teachers, it's my friends, from people who have learned, from random strangers who've just said some things or who maybe I've not even had physical contact with, but their actions have helped me learn newer things in my life, and so on and so forth. Situations could have been a lot. But I would like to today take this opportunity and say that whatever I am today, and I mean this with, from the bottom of my heart, whatever I am today is because of the blessings of my parents, teachings of my teachers, and support of my friends. And without all of them, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be what I am. Thank you very much. I had an amazing time with all of you guys. Hey, it's an emotional moment for me because it's my debut TEDx talk and I really feel I was able to connect with you. If there is something that you would want to come and discuss with me in person, I would be more than happy to connect with all of you guys. But just remember one thing of all of this. Forget about all of this if you can't remember. Try to be the best version of yourself all day, everywhere. You know, as I always say, it's a beautiful day. As I always say, full power, 24 hours. Thank you very much.